Hi everyone. Tonight we're going to learn about the Akdama of the Ben Mishrai and the Parashat Mattot, which is the subject of the Halakhot, of the law of the Brachot Hanehenin. What is Brachot Hanehenin? It's all the Brachot we do before eating. So we have Borei Peri Ha'etz, we have Borei Peri Adama, we have She'akol, we have Hagefen, we have Mezonot, we have also on the bread Hamotzi, all the Birkat, all the Brachot we are blessing before eating. We call them Birkat Hanehenin. So we are going to learn tonight a big secret about what does the Birkat Hanehenin do. And let's start with this pasuk in Parashat Mattot. I'm going to share to you the pasuk. Here we go. It's very important to understand this pasuk. And we have brought to Lord, to Hashem, offering what every man has gotten of jewelries of gold, armlets and bracelets, signet rings and earrings and girdles, to make atonement for our soul before the Lord. To make atonement for our soul before the Lord. So that is the pasuk. Let's start on Parashat, on the Akdama. We are going to read it. Okay. Venakrev et korban Hashem. So that's the pasuk here. Okay. Nirali besiata dishmaya. Hatam sheviu truma Hashem mechamisha mine tarshitim shel zav. So we have 5 kinds of tarshitim. He said in the pasuk here. He said, Klizav, Etzada, Samit, Tabat, Agil, Vechumaz. So 5 kinds of jewelry of gold. Okay, so we have 5. We had to bring 5 kinds of jewelry to Hashem in this context of gold. Ki kevinu bezei betikun umituk chamesh borot. What is 5? 5 is it is the number of the gvorot. So 5 kinds of jewelry. It is 5 gvorot. Okay. Asher binyan malchut. Where are the gvorot? They are in malchut. In malchut. Okay. And what is Hey? How do we know that it is in malchut? Because shehisod Hey acharona b'shemispara chamesh. So we have. What is the last A? It's Yud, K, Vav. Okay, the last A, it's Malchut. So we are talking about the last A here. So the number of the A, we know it's 5. So it's the same, it's 5. 5 Malchut. Hu al yedei 5 gvorot. Okay, that is for the 5 gvorot. וידוע כי הזהב רומז לגבורה. And we know that the gold is connected, it's the same, it's the gold is גבורה. This is גבורה. ומטעם זה כתבו המקובלים, דהמלכות נקראת כה. And we call the מלכות, how do we call it? כה. כה it's כף ח'. כף ה'. כה. What is כה? 20 plus 5, it's 25. Because we say gold is 5, it's malchut. And into malchut we have 5 gvurot. So 5 for 5, it's 25, okay? Okay. ומטעם זה כתבו המקובלים דהמלכות נקראת כה, כי בבניינה על ידי 5 גבורות, שהכל אחד כלולה מ5. So all the 5 גבורות, in 5 גבורות we have 5 גבורות inside. And do you know what is the name of the גבורות? The name of the גבורות, we call them mantzapach. It's the last letter, the letter which are final. So man, mem, nun, sadik, pe, echaf. Mantzapach, it's the 5 gvurot. Okay? So what do we say? We continue here. הרי הם כ"ה, ולכן סיימו בדבריהם לכפר על נפשותינו לפני השם. And that's why the end of the pasuk, like we say when we see here, the end of the pasuk is לכפר על נפשותינו לפני השם. To make atonement for our soul before the Lord. Okay? So that's why because the הנפש היא מסוד המלכות כנודע. Because we know here, the הנפש היא מסוד המלכות כנודע, because we know that the nefesh, here we have to forgive our nefesh, nafshoteinu, because we have to forgive our nefesh, because we know that nefesh is in malchut. So it is in nefesh. Okay? I'm going to send the picture. Like that you can see. Okay, so we know we are in Malchut because we have to be forgiven our nefesh, like the pasuk said, with 5 by 5, which means 25. And do you know what is 5? Where is the mansapach? Mansapach is the end. And if we do it by 10, it means 50. What is 50? 50 is nun share bina. Nun share bina is connected to the woman. We call that ma'in lugvin. We have to make up the ma'in lugvin, the feminine water. So now we are going to understand what we have to put up, to make going up in this subject. ובזה יובן בסייעתא דשמיא, הטעם דאמרו רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה, כל ברכה שאין בה שם ומלכות ואינה ברכה שלמה. And now we understand why when we do a bracha before eating, for example, ha'etz, we say the Shem of Hashem, the name of God, because if we don't say the Shem of Hashem, it's not a bracha. It's not a bracha. Okay? Dilkar tiknu anshe kneset agdorala bechol bracha lomar. So what do we say in every bracha? We have to say Baruch ata Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. Here, Baruch ata Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. So all this sentence and Ki yadua de brachot hem tikkun malchut, because we know that the brachot is the tikkun, they repair the malchut. Shenikre Knesset Israel, that we call it Knesset Israel. Vehisot ko. This is this secret ko. So when I do a bracha before eating, I'm going to eat an apple. I'm doing the bracha, and I say Baruch ata Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. I make the tikkun of malchut. How do we know? Because when we say Baruch ata Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, I'm going to write it down like that you can see very well. Baruch ata Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. If we count it, we have 25 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we have 25 letters in the bracha. Okay? Sheyesh betevot kaf he otiot. What is 24? It's ko. We have ko before. The secret of 5 gvurot, 5 times. Ve'amarti, so that's how we do the tikkun. Tikkun of malchut, because we are on the nefesh. Nefesh is malchut. So what do? We do our tikkun of nefesh. It's the basic we have to do. So there is another pasuk in Tehillim. I'm going to share you this pasuk. Here, Yoducha Hashem al kol ma'asecha v'chasidecha yibarichucha. We know this song, Yoducha Hashem al kol ma'asecha v'chasidecha yibarichucha. חלק התיבות של יברכוך. Here, this name, if we write here like that, so יברכוך, יברכוך. If I do like that, it's Yivarechu Kaf Hei. We are going to bless 25. 25. What is 25? It's what we said about just right now. The tikkun of the 25 letter, tikkun malchut. Gam tiknu Kaf Hei otiot benusach abracha beshem malchut keminyan chiba. So what do? We are we are repairing with chiba. What is chiba? How do we translate chiba? Chiba is warm, it's lightning, affection. What is it? Lirmos shetaris ha'adam. And what is the secret? How do we do that? Be'ava vechiba kedei shebirkato ta'aseh perot. So what do we have to do? Here. In order to have fruit of our bracha, we have to do it with love and affection, like very warm. How do we do that? And We are going to learn it now. Ligrom hayichudim ve'azivugim lamala. In order that when we do a bracha, we are doing zivugim and yichudim. What is the yichud? Is to connect two things together. Okay? למעלה. לכן צריך האדם להיזהר היטב בכל הברכות כולם. And that's why everyone has and must be careful of how he's doing his brachot and to do it very well. ובפרט ברכות הנהנים, and especially the brachot of נהנים. לברכה מתון בכוונה ושמחה ובחיבה. In order to make them with joy, love, affection, warmness, שעל ידי כן יעשה ברוך שלם. In order to make a very strong separation between what we have to do. בברכתו, כי המאכל מן המאכל והמשקה. וגם על ידי כן מעורר התיקון והייחוד למעלה. And in order, when he is going to do it here, he's going also to make it up. The זיווג and the ייחוד. ובמוסיף כוח והערה ממינת המלכות בסוד. תנו עוז לאלוהים. And is going to give some strongness to Hashem. ומאחר בברכת הנהנים צריך לברך בשמחה וחיבה כאמור. And after, also what is important, to finish, when we finish to do all the brachot of נהנים, we have to do the birkat at the end. The birkat המזון, מעין שלוש, בורא נפשות, all the brachot to finish all our work to do the tikkun of מלכות. לכך מצווה לברך על החשוב יותר ולהקדימו על שאר פירות, שיהיו פותח ברכה זו שאר פירות שלפניו דרך חלה, וברכה של זה על כולם, ועושה על ידי כן ברור מכולם ובאכלות אותם. So what does it mean? It means that we have to, when we have a lot of fruit in front of us, if we do a good bracha, we are going to make them up all the fruit. The secret is also that we have neshamot in the fruit. That's why also when we do the kavanot, it means that we are helping this neshamot to go up, because we have the neshamot in the earth, we have the neshamot in the fruit, we have the neshamot in the behemoth, that has to go up from the eretz domem to the vegetable. The vegetables are eaten by the vegetables are eaten by the bees. The bees is eaten by us human beings. So we can make growing the neshama which are inside. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Tamar.
How are you?
Sorry, I'm well. Sorry, I'm late. We had a power cut.
I understand. Don't worry. I was by myself. I record everything so I can do a little resume, and then you can see again the videos that I will send tonight. So I was talking about the brachot that we have to do before we are eating. We call them brachot Hanehenin. It's all the brachot, the blessing we are doing before eating the fruit from our eggs, before eating the vegetable, from Adama, before apple, before grape juice, wine, it's gefen, before a cake, it's mezonot, and before the bread, it's motzi. So before we're doing all the brachot, we are doing a bracha. We are doing a bracha. And the secret here is to make, we have a pasuk that is telling us that we have to give 5 kinds of jewelry to Hashem in order to be forgiven for our soul. So it's very strange. Why why we have to have earring, here necklace and stuff like that in order to be forgiven by Hashem for our soul, for our nefesh. So it says 5 is the 5 gvurot. And if we do in each gvura, we have also 5 gvurot. So if it's 5 by 5, it's 25. What is 25? It's all the letters of the bracha. If you count Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam, there is 25 letters. And this is in Gvura. It is a tikkun of Malchut because it's the last A of Hashem. So when we do a bracha, we are doing the tikkun of Malchut. And that's how we can forgive, because the end of the pasuk is to be forgiven. I'll show you here. Here. The pasuk here, you can see. And we have brought the Lord offering what every man had gotten of jewelry of gold, armlet, bracelet, signet ring, earring, and girdle, to make atonement for our soul before the Lord. Why do we have to need 5 kinds of jewelry in order to make atonement for our soul? That is the question. That's how we arrive on the tikkun of the malchut, the nefesh, because nefesh is in malchut. So if we are doing great our brachot, it means that we are doing the tikkun of malchut. But it's not only the brachot in the beginning. We have to finish it with the Birkat Hamazon, Me'en Shalosh, when we eat a fruit of Israel, or wine, or cake, Borei Nefashot for a vegetable or something like that. So we have to do all the things. But what is the most important that we learn tonight is to understand that if we do this bracha with love, with joy, with warmness, we are doing the tikkun very well on the level of malchut. And that is what is connected, that if we do with kavana and chiba, up there, it's going to be yichudim and zivugim. What is yichudim? Is when you connect 2 things together. What do we know? We know that the 5 gvurot, it's mansapar. You know the 5 letters we have in the end of the word, the mem. We have mem like normal mem, but we have mem of the end. Nun, we have also the same, nun at the end. Mansa, sadik, also pei and chaf. Mansapar, it's the 5 gvurot. If you do it by 10, we have 50. What is 50? 50 is nun share bina. Bina is a woman. Oh, what is the share bina? The nun share bina. What we are making up, it's the main nukvin. Main nukvin, that we women making up the main nukvin when we are doing the yichud with our husband, for example. Okay, so that's what is going up. So here we can do the same with the brachot. And for example, for now in Tammuz, that we are in the 3 week, Simcha Chaya, she talked about the 3 weeks this week. And we don't have a lot of joy because it's very sad. We are in this period before the Bet HaMikdash is going to be destroyed. We are not allowed to eat, to listen to music, to eat some meat. So where we can have joy and to make very strong, to pay very strong in attention when we do our brachot, even more during Tammuz, because we don't have any joy. We can have this joy just before eating something. I do the bracha, I'm praying very strong in order to do this tikkun, and also to have some joy in this period that is very hard. Okay, you follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so now we are just going to learn a little bit of the Halakhot. that we have with the blessing. If, for example, we have different kind of fruit in front of us, and we have, we have 7 kind of fruit from Israel. Yes.
I only know the 5.
So it's Eretz Chita, the wheat. Seora, how do we say
Okay.
Seora? It's orge. You know what is orge?
Orange? No.
No, not orange, but
no.
I'm going to check. Barley.
Barley, okay.
So,
yeah.
Wheat, barley, dates, grapes, resin, I mean, figs, grenade. You know grenade?
The nuts.
Grenade.
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate, yeah. Pomegranate. So I say dates, raisin, figs, pomegranate. Geffen, I missed something.
Pecan, nuts.
Not nuts.
No nuts, no.
No, Eretz, no, Chita Seora, Geffen, raisin, Tena, figs, dates, Tamar, pomegranate, and
olives. Olives?
Olives, yeah. Okay. Of course. It went out of my head. Of course. So, if we have in front of us one of these fruit of Israel, and we have an apple, for example, we have to bless first on the fruit of Israel. Okay? And we have an order. Okay? If we have, I show you the pasuk, I'm going to show you because it's going to be much more interesting like that. So, the pasuk, we learn all the fruit of Israel is here. So, a land of wheat and barley. So this is the two one. Wines, wine mean raisin, everything. Fig tree, pomegranate, land of olive tree, and honey. Honey is Tamar, it's dates. Okay. So if we have here, we have to eat first. If we have all this fruit, we have to do the bracha on the raisin, because in this pasuk it is the first one. Okay, so the order is raisin, figs, pomegranates, olives, and then tamar, and then dates.
Honey.
Dates. Honey, okay. When we talk about honey in the Torah, it's honey from the dates. It's not honey from the bees.
The bees, okay.
Hold on. Okay, so if you see here in the pasuk, it's written Eretz Chita, Useora, Vegefen, Uteena, Verimon, and then it's again right Eretz Zait. It means here we have twice a land and a land. So we have to first, if we have grapes and olives, for example, we grapes and what is said here. Yeah, if we have grapes and, for example, olives, We have to first do the bracha on olives because it's the most connected to the word land. Do you understand what I mean? I'm going to show you here.
Okay.
We have twice written the word land. We have land, then we have wheat, barley, then we have raisin, figs, and pomegranate. Then we have a second word of land. Then we have olives and dates.
Dates.
Okay. So what do? We have to, if we have something, we have, for example, raisin and dates. Which word is the most closest to the word land? It's here, dates.
Dates and in olives.
And olives. So if we have raisin, so all the time when we have all the fruit, we have first to do the bracha on olives because it's the most connected to lands. If we don't have those two, the raisin is going to be the first. If we have only those two, olive is going to be the first. But if we have pomegranate, olive, and dates, of course, it's all olives that because it's the most closest in the pasuk next to the word eretz. That's how the halacha is explaining us that. Okay. But if we have, for example, wine is not the same because it's not the same bracha. It's not ha'etz. It's agefen.
Okay.
So we do first the bracha on the wine. Because, and also it's very kadosh, we always do the kiddush on the wine. So it's a different level. The level is higher. And if, for example, you have a lot of fruits in front of you, but there is one fruit you prefer more than everyone, you have to do the bracha first on the fruit that you prefer. Okay? Because we have to choose. We have to choose which fruit I'm going to do the bracha on because I have all this apple, pear, I don't know, orange, and I prefer the most is the apple. So I have to do the bracha on the apple first, and then I can eat all the fruits that are in front of me.
Okay.
But every time we have one of the 7 space of Eretz Israel, we have to do first, even if we don't like them, we have to do first the bracha on them in order with the order of the pasuk. We also have to wash the fruit before we do the bracha. He has to be clean, not to make a bracha on something that is not clean, because we want to honor and to say that is very nice. Hashem creates something very beautiful, and I'm going to eat it. Okay, you know the order of the brachot we have to do. Which bracha, if for example you have an apple, a cucumber, and some trina, what is the first bracha you are going to do?
An apple, cucumber, and the last one?
Some trina. You know what is trina or hummus?
No.
Ice cream. Okay, if you have ice cream.
A cucumber.
So you do the first bracha on the cucumber? So no. How do we do the bracha? No, because the cucumber is on the earth. Okay?
On the earth. Okay.
Growing on the earth, but apple is growing on the tree. But the tree is growing on the earth, right?
Okay.
So we first do on the tree, on the fruit.
Okay.
Because if you do adama on the cucumber, then you're not going to be able to do the bracha of etz, because the etz, the tree is growing on the earth. You did adama. Adama is to bless the earth. So you cannot do again the bracha because you already blessed the earth. So first you do a bracha
On
of
the
the
fruit,
fruit,
the tree,
then
the tree.
on the vegetable, and then on the ice cream, because the ice cream is shakol. Shakol is, it's mean in English everything.
Mhm.
Everything
Everything.
is
Okay.
including Adama, the vegetable, and Ha'etz, the fruit. So we
Okay.
always do like that. And before everything,
Okay.
you can do mezonot if you have some cakes, for example. You know, we have
Okay.
a minhag. I told already that in my classes here, that during Shabbat, you know, the Amida, the
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
18 brachot, but during Shabbat it's less than 18 brachot, and we have to do at least 100 of brachot every day. So what do we do? For example, before, so on Shabbat, what do? We do kiddush, so it's make a bracha.
Mhm.
Then we eat a
Mhm.
little piece of olive. We do ha'etz before
Mhm.
I do bracha. Then I eat a little piece of olive. Then I do adama and a little piece of cucumber. And what is trina? Trina is, and I do shiakol on trina. Trina is, I'm going to check that in English. Les sésames. You know what is sesame? Sesame? Sesame?
Okay.
So with a little sesame, I'm going to show you in image. This. You see what is it? Vanessa? You see what is it? So I lost you. I'm going to wait to you for a minute. Here. Hi.
Okay. Hi. Be back. Yeah.
This
It's a
image.
bit.
Yeah, sesame. So we are doing
Yeah.
like we push them like that, and we call it here trina. It's very strong. We have a lot of calcium, and everywhere it's very Israeli. We eat a lot of this in Israel, and we do shakol on it. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. For example, the bracha we have to do on the sugar. You know, the beet sugar. So
Okay.
even if it's from the earth,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
from the earth we do sheakol in order not to have to not be sure, because it's not a vegetable by itself, but we are
Yeah.
doing sheakol on the sugar. Okay. Okay. We have to do the brachot of and to make a choice of the bracha if we have all the fruit and vegetable in front of us. If, for example, I don't have anything in front of me and I know that I want to eat everything, but first I have the cucumber in my hand, but I don't have in front of me the apple, so I'm going to eat the cucumber, do first adama, then eat, and then if I want to eat an apple, I take the apple, but I first do ha'etz, because it was not in front of me when I did the bracha of Adama for the cucumber. You understand? It's very connected to what you see. If you see everything is in front of you, you have to make a choice which bracha I'm going to start with. If I don't have everything in front of me, so I start to do what I want to eat, I do the bracha. Then if I want to eat something else after that, I'm going to take my apple and then I can do also the bracha, and I must do it because it was not in front of me when I started to eat.
What happens when you've got everything mixed together in one salad? You have cucumber and apple.
So can you recognize them? For example, in your salad? Is it mixed like squash? You can. It's
you can recognize them. Yeah.
You can recognize. So if you can, you're able to recognize them. You first do ha'etz to the apple, and then you do adama to the cucumber. If you're not
like you said before,
able to recognize them, and it's mixed and squash, you have to do shakol because we don't see the vegetable and we don't see the fruit. For example, what I do a salad with olive. I squash them and I put some basils inside. We don't know that it's olive. We don't recognize the olive. We have to do shakol. Okay, when you scratch something and you don't recognize it, for example, an orange juice, you don't do it's not the orange, it's the juice. So you don't recognize the orange. So you do shakol.
Shakol, okay.
So if, for example, if you have in front of you an half of dates, and then you have apple, pears, orange, everything, every kind of fruit you want, even if you have just an apple of, you have a piece or an half of dates, you must do the bracha of ha'etz on the, because it's one of the fruit of Israel. Okay, even if it is a tiny piece and you have more fruit of who are not from Israel, you have to do the blessing. Okay. Okay. There is something very important also is when you do the bracha of something, it's not good to put all the fruit in your mouth. It's better to have a piece after the bracha and then to eat, because I think it's connected to the way we eat. Okay, like you have to wash your fruit and to make it nice and beautiful in order to do a bracha to something beautiful. You don't put something like that. It's not nice. You are in front of God, you're doing a bracha, you're doing a blessing, you eat a piece and then you eat properly. Of course, we don't forget to do the bracha harona. It's the blessing we have to do after eating on a fruit. For the fruit of Israel, it's a different bracha. You do me'en shalosh. It's, you know what is it? I'll show you.
No, that one's definitely new.
Huh?
That is a new one.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the prayer in English, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to send it to you on the group. like that. You can see after, I don't know. Or should I go back? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So on, we call this bracha acharona. You will see it in English afterward. We do this bracha on when we eat some cakes, when we eat some Israel, fruit of Israel, and when we drink wine. If it's a fruit, apple, orange, anything, you do borei nefashot. The blessing after, we call it borei nefashot. But if it's one of these cakes, fruit of Israel, or wine, we have to do the me'en shalosh. Okay? It's what I send you. Okay. So all the brachot we are doing on the meat, the fish, the egg, the milk, the cheese, it's sheakol. Okay? Also, for mushrooms, mushroom is sheakol because it's not growing on the earth. It's growing differently. It's not it's with water. So we do sheakol. If it's like a tree that is making fruit, that it grow by itself, like it's savage. You say savage. You do no AS. Okay, it doesn't change. And if it's on the earth, we have to do. It's like savage herbs. You have to do adama. Okay. If, for example, we have some wine which is, it's like vinegar. It's very agar.
Sour.
You do agafen, you do sheakol because it's not wine anymore.
Oh, it's vinegar. Okay.
So if it's very, I'm going to check this word in English because it's very important. If it's some lemon which is sour, you say sour?
Sour?
Sour, yeah. And you don't do ha'etz, you do sheakol because it's very sour, okay? Even if it's like some resin, green resin, sometimes they are not like too much salty, but sugar, it's very sour. You have to do, and you have to make an effort to eat them because when you eat, it's like that. You can do sheakol because some say it's not sweet, so it's not like the real resin, but it's not ready to be eaten. So you do sheakol. If you do drink water, of course, you do sheakol. And then when you finish to eat your water, you do borei nefashot.
One question. If you're taking medication, tablets, medication,
For example,
with your water, medication,
yeah,
yeah,
because it's going to your body. It's much better to do sheakol, and you will be, will have more. You're going to be not sick. How do you say? I'm just checking because I want to tell it very. If you are, it's going to help you to be cured if you do the bracha because there is a strong things behind, like we saw.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, and that is the next halacha of the medication. If it's a sweet medication, you have to do the bracha. Here you say if it's something you don't like, you're not and you're forced to eat it because you want to be cured, you don't have to do a bracha.
Okay.
For example, if we forget to do a bracha and I put already something to eat in my mouth, what should I do? But I just put it, I didn't chew it. For example, if you can take it out of your mouth, it's not disgusting. You take it out of your mouth and then you do bracha and then you eat it. If it is disgusting for you, so if you take it out of your mouth, it's disgusting. You have to say a pasuk of Teilim, Yimale pib teilatecha, and okay, which means my mouth is full of your blessing.
That's a completely new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because usually what I understood was if you weren't sure, you don't say any bracha. But that's a good one. Yeah.
An apple. You ate it, but you remember right now, I didn't chew yet. I have the apple in my mouth and I forget. So if I take out the piece of apple, I can do the bracha. But if it's disgusting because you chew, so you say this sentence, Yimale pite ilatecha, your mouth is going to be, I'm going to show you.
Thank you.
Yeah. In English, like that, you're going to have it. So I'm just waiting that it's coming, but I'm going to continue. Okay. So if it's disgusting and you cannot take it out of your mouth, you put in a side of your mouth and you do the bracha. Because you just remember when you eat it that you forget. So if you chew a little bit, you put it here and I say the bracha.
Okay.
And if it's, for example, you drink something and you cannot put on the side, because if you put it on the side, you're going to eat it. It's like a drink. So what do? You have to take it out of your mouth and to lose it, to make the bracha, and then to drink it again.
Okay.
So here, I don't know why it doesn't work. I'm going to send a picture here.
Thank you.
Oh, but I wanted you to see it in English. Okay. Okay, if it doesn't work, I would send it to you in the phone.
No problem.
Okay, so the bracha she'akol. We say she'akol niya bidbaro, that everything is from his hands, is a reference of the sin of Adam Arishon, that he took the good and the bad and separate them. Because bidvaro in Hebrew, davar, it's a word to say something, but bidvaro, that it's in his hand also. We can do it in two possibilities. So it is connected to the sin of Adam Arishon, because with his words, he created everything. Hashem created the world with his word. So everything is in his word and is in his hand. And it's also because of the word of Adam, and also because now we are blessing, so it means that everything is still alive. Okay, you understand what I mean?
Yes, giving life. Yeah?
Exactly, because what we know, what is the secret behind, is because we know that that there is some neshamat inside the thing we are eating, so we want to put them very high. Oh, I don't have batteries. Okay, I don't have a lot of batteries. I don't have the we almost finished. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And we finished. Okay, so the last one is the bracha acharona that we said after eating shakol is borei nefashot. Borei nefashot means to create souls, a lot of souls. So when we know that there is some neshamot, but in order to finish all the tikkun, we have to do borei nefashot. That we are going to create all the souls that was inside inside all the vegetables, all the animals, and everything we do shakol on the water and things like that. And because why are they in those kind of things like vegetable, animal and stuff? It's because they were missing something because of their sin. So now, because of the strongness of the bracha, we are going to make them higher and to make them up,
elevate them. Yeah.
in order to make them tikkun. And we are very blessed because Hashem gave us this possibility to be again. He don't let us in the sin. He is giving us ways to go through and to go higher, even if we had the sin. And we are participating to beautiful thing, Baruch Hashem, in order to help him, to help all the people, all the soul to come back to his work. Baruch Hashem.
Yes, Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Adonai.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to see you, Vanessa. And I'm sorry because it's going to go down the computer. So I wish you a good week, Shabbat Shalom. And if you have questions, let me know. Okay?
I will contact you. Thank you. Thank you, Tamar.
Bye.
Baruch Hashem. Bye-bye.